A Sinner in Mecca is a sophomore feature from director Parvez Sharma, whose first film, A Jihad For Love, proudly stated that homosexuality and Islam could happily coexist. In A Sinner in Mecca, Sharma, an openly gay Muslim director, documents his pilgrimage to Mecca in Saudi Arabia, where filming is strictly prohibited and homosexuality is a crime punishable by death. With footage mostly shot on his iPhone, Sharma risks his life and safety to bring viewers an in-depth and candid look at his journey as a proud gay man, and his journey to prove that he can be a devout Muslim, regardless of his sexuality. Your last film, which was A Jihad For Love, really boldly made that statement that homosexuality and Islam could coexist. And your most recent film, which is having its world premiere here at Hot Docs, A Sinner in Mecca, takes that one step further with you on the world's largest pilgrimage, Hajj. So in your own words, what's the film about? Because it is so closely connected to who you are and your own life story.
The film is a gay man's journey to the heart of Islam, to Islam's ground zero actually, which is Mecca in Saudi Arabia. But the film is also a direct challenge to the regime in Saudi Arabia and the dangerous form of Islam they practice and export to the rest of the world called Wahhabi Islam.
What really inspired you to take on a project like this? Because I know cameras were smuggled in, in order to record this documentary. A lot of it was done on your iPhone as well. So what really gave you that courage to take this step and really document this, knowing that even your life could be a threat?
My natural instinct is to film because I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah.
This was the most important journey I would ever take in my life. So I needed to document the journey. I know the risks were enormous. If I was found out, I could have been killed or imprisoned, but thankfully I made it back safe, and you'll see the film as a result of it.
And so what were the challenges aside from, having your life at risk, what were some of the challenges in creating this documentary, storyboarding it, doing your best to get a certain message, a certain visual, a certain story across, not knowing what the situation could be at any given time?
It was a very challenging film to edit because the footage was coming from different sources, and it was coming from the iPhone, it was coming from two small cameras that look like phones. The filming I did in India was with a professional crew, so there was a sort of mixed amount of footage that was coming in, and that's why it took almost a year to edit the film and to try and build a narrative that is cohesive in the film. In 3 days, I leave for Saudi Arabia.
The beheading of an Indonesian maid in Saudi Arabia.
I'm going there to complete my Hajj pilgrimage, just like millions of Muslims before me have.
Saudi Arabia is one of the most repressive countries in the world.
The only difference with my Hajj is that I'm going there as an openly gay man.
What sort of message or takeaway do you want people who are watching your film to take away? Because I think they have a very specific idea of what Islam could be, what a South Asian identity or culture could be, and what homosexuality is. So where do you think your film starts that point in the conversation?
I think the film creates an important dialogue in India about Muslims and also about homosexuality. I think the new government and the political climate in India is dangerous for Muslims and for gay people. And I think that something like this sends a strong message that voices like mine need to be heard.
What do you think your documentary says at the end of the day about homosexuality in Islam, or homosexuality in any sort of South Asian context, religion, culture, society?
I think the film is more about Islam than it is about homosexuality. For me, the film is about coming out as Muslim. I came out as a gay man a long time ago. It's coming out as a Muslim is what this film is about.